Welcome to Fall Guys Martial Arts and Entertainment, and we're just gonna go ahead and just play the video. We're gonna be watching a movie called Four Assassins, aka Marco Polo, and so we're just gonna continue off from the last video. So if you haven't watched the first video, go ahead and watch it. I'm gonna put a link where you can just go ahead and click on it and watch that, and then come back to this. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna play.
Magistrate Cheng Tai welcomes you here, my lord.
That's Alexander Fusheng right there. Does like tire crane, hung guard style. Also a comedian. He's very funny.
Are you a new donkey then? If you say so. You're the boss here. Those beans must be roasted before grinding. You understand? Whatever you say. Well, light the fire.
I'm sorry, dude. Oh, I feel bad for the guy.
All right. Knives are against the law. So in collecting bamboo, you must break it by hand.
Whoa. It's not old bamboo either. That's fresh bamboo. You gotta break all your hands. That's the way it's done, buddy. Do it right. Put one leg after the other, buddy. He's determined. Man. That's spirit. That's what you call heart. You gotta have heart when it comes to fighting. You know what I mean? Kung Fu. That's how it is. But it's hard work. That's why you gotta do stances and.
Well, my friend, have you been sent to help me?
Body.
Yeah, that's right. They did say you were coming. They told me to test you out, to see if you have any real strength. Well, strength is all we have.
See, he's doing. You see that horse stance he's got? That's how you got it. You know, lifting properly. Look at that. He's not bending his back. He's using his legs to pick up. See his muscles. Oh, really? Oh.
Well, now, what's the matter with you?
Gotta have he
Don't
has a
tell
lot
me
of
the chief
patience.
has sent me a weakling.
Ooh, I would have
Eh?
smacked him for that.
What's that? You want to fight me? Well, if you do want to fight, save it for the Tartars.
That's right. That's right. It's like, look, man, don't fight
Come
your own
on.
people.
Lots of stones to be moved.
Don't
The
fight
whole
the
valley.
oppressors, right?
And what's more, I like to see young men work.
Again, see, that's hard work. He says you gotta work. That's what Kung Fu's about. See, I want y'all to see how.
Muscles. All strength, no spirit. To beat sheer strength, you must have spirit. Without spirit, why then? Fighting becomes just a sort of muscle weighing contest.
Got that. Let me pause right here real quick for a quick second, okay? I really need to say something here on that. All right, you see, training, when you're training in martial arts, especially Kung Fu, you have to have a lot of mental strength. As much as you have a strong body, you have to have a mental strength. See, basically what's the lesson here is really when you get in a situation in like anywhere, even in the street, let's say you're in the street and you get a confrontation, you need to have a strength that is mental. You have to be aware of your surroundings for one, first of all. Second, are you going to let that person take you there? Because sometimes people are testing you, and you got to be careful who's watching. Sometimes they're trying to set you up to get something out of you, to get a rise out of you, all right? But at the same time, you also, if something goes down, are you going to freeze or are you going to react? You know what I mean? Because you get this instincts called the fight or flight instincts. So when that kicks in, what is the right proper reaction? And in every situation, you have to handle it differently as well, because it all depends. We can't walk around acting like tough Tony with our chest stuck out. There are times where you have to stand up and know when to, defend your family or your friends or yourself, because you're in a dangerous situation, and you have to know when that is. So again, that's not something that is not taught, but it's something that you deal with through experience. See, you can go and train at the gym and be really good, but when it comes out in the street, that's a totally different story. So that's something that's food for thought. All right, let's get back to the movie play. Oh, that's my boy right there. That's Philip Kwok.
That's nothing new. Careful, don't fall in. Guy. Because if you did fall in, no one would rescue you. And so what? I could jump straight out of it.
I don't want to do his job, I'll tell you that much. Oh, that's messed up.
Hey, you have to jump straight out. Hey, and no climbing up. You did say that you could jump straight out.
Oh, that's messed up.
What do you want, huh?
A shovel.
Shovels are like knives. They're illegal. Against the law. Don't you know?
What do I use? Tell me.
They grow at the end of your arms.
Well, that's no problem. I mean, you have practice with hot iron filings. If you hadn't, you'd be in trouble. I'm itching. What's with these? These beans, they make me itch.
You're used to iron filings. Or so you said. Go on. Go on.
That what you see him doing right there with the grain, scooping it up with his hands. What that's doing is conditioning his hands for breaking. You can break bricks, you can break wood, you can break anything basically with your hands. Now, the objective of breaking is not for demonstration purposes like people do to get students, But what that does is train you to hit the weak points on the object. Like, let's say, for example, a piece of wood, you go where against with the grain, not against it. Okay, when you go with the grain, it'll break easy. Anybody can do that. So the objective is to hit with power and precision to the weak points. And that's the same thing when you do it to the body, weak points of the body. Okay, so when you get in a situation, you strike at the weakest points with force. And again, precision. Play.
You want to learn more? Come and see me. You can find me in my hut this evening.
By the way, that's Bruce Tong, another excellent martial artist.
Ginger!
My guy, are you really killing me? Look here. He said I should go back there tonight. Not me.
If he wants you to go back, then you go.
He's right, you know. We're here for only one thing, and we work too hard in the day, so learn at night. My guy's a devil, too. There's something in those beans. My hands itch. I can't sleep. Hey, listen, I got it. What's wrong?
Don't ask.
You stink like crap.
Well, you had some, too, Brother Chow. It doesn't worry you, because you studied pugilism.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming tonight.
Teach me, sir.
Nonsense. To work.
Evening.
Sit down. That's it. The first few days, you would suffer a lot. He sent this special ointment. It should help you a bit. Use it 3 times a day. He said, Pugilism's hard to learn. Takes a long time. But still, your legs will get stronger first. That'll take about a month. The rest comes later. As you've got the basics, it should take 3 months.
Thank you, Father.
This is something important that I want to point out. When practicing the iron palm, it is important to put ointment on your hands and on your feet before and after training. I want you guys to remember the scene with Alexander Foucheng. I remember I said that he was pretty much conditioning his hands. Well, the same thing when we punch the bag or we kick it, or whether it be a punching bag or a bean bag, or even if we're practicing our breaking techniques on wood, bricks, whatever it is that we're training, what we're doing is we're damaging our hands. We have to put that into account. And so the ointment, what that does, it helps protect your hands and your feet, and by speeding up the healing process. So it's important again to use ointment. The kind of ointment that we normally use for martial arts is usually a rice wine ointment, where the rice wine has herbs that have been sitting in it for at least 6 months, and then is strained and then is ready to use after that. Each school may have their own recipe, or teacher may have its own variation of that recipe. So it depends on the teacher and their particularly to their tradition. So let's get back to the video.
My lord, things have been very quiet at Tientao.
Anyone left the place?
No. My lord, the very chieftain there is law-abiding. They've no weapons at all. We've searched the place. They don't even have any spades.
But still, anything can become a weapon.
Sure.
I think that I shall pay them a visit.
Anything can
We didn't
become a
expect you
weapon.
here, my lord. A great honor for a humble village like ours.
But you're very well
Something
known, though.
about.
And as the inspector, I must visit you.
Oh. Please.
This door is so small, a man can hardly get through it.
My lord, as you well know, the government has passed a law forbidding us to keep strangers. That's why the door's so small, so as to discourage strangers. Please. Now then, my lord, how can I help you?
Listen, a week ago, we followed an assassin's accomplices here. We saw 4 men come in and a woman. I then placed guards here to watch all the gates. So far, no one has left. Therefore, I must assume that they're still here.
Not possible. That must be a mistake. There are many people here, but they're all law-abiding, I can guarantee you that. I can assure you that we would not tolerate any assassin here.
Really?
Well, if you like, your men may search here.
That won't be necessary. But still, I think I shall look around all the same.
That would give me pleasure.
Tell me, I believe that you're a well-known pugilism expert. Could you demonstrate it for me?
My lord, when I was young, I admit I did study the martial arts. But pugilism, why, that's simply no wives' tale. It doesn't exist.
Well, I personally saw an assassin using it. The one who tried to kill Kublai Khan.
Well, it really is amazing. Please. My lord.
Sorry, I guess you're really not a pugilist. But I still want to look around, if you don't mind that.
Sure, of course. down the road, there's a bamboo grove, and also a hillside, which we've cleared. Now, would you like to...
No need, because there'll be nothing there. Is that right?
As you say, sir.
One thing did strike me. I've seen no women here.
It's our custom. The women stay in the house, and their rooms. They're forbidden to men. It's just our local custom. Here where my lord comes from, things are different, so they tell me.
I'd better get back. If I have time, I'll come again.
Oh, yes, of course. We would be honored to receive a visit at any time.
He's gone.
He's gone. But he is a clever young man, and probably plans to come back. We must be careful.
That chief is a very smart man. One thing I do know, I shall have to have very firm evidence before I arrest him. Evidence the people will believe.
What will you do?
We'll pay another visit in 2 months, but this time we'll sneak into the place. With a bit of luck, we should be able to find out exactly what he's doing in there. Dudley, I want you to withdraw all your men from around the village with immediate effect.
Sir.
She must be in there. She must be.
Teacher, these few weeks, I think I've learned most of the iron palm technique. Teacher, but I still haven't learned what your real name is. I can guess, but still, I don't like to.
Why not?
Oh, there is a man, and in that technique, he's the expert. But still, they do say he's, I don't dare.
Say what? What did you say?
I wasn't going to say anything, sir. The man I have in mind, they all say he's the world's best, but still, he just can't stop spinning.
All right.
Back to work. And when the time comes, when you want to work down to, then I shall teach you the real iron palm.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You can see what he's doing there. He's actually doing a Tai Chi, so you can see it. So everybody thinks Tai Chi is supposed to be soft, but it's not always. It's a balance between hard and soft.
Don't get smug. They're still free to go.
Oh shoot, I should have slowed that down, so. Let me pause it here. Now, I wanted to say something about, of course, I wouldn't train in no manure, kind of thing. But actually, the concept of this training has to do with more like it's called plyometrics, which gives you a burst of movement. So training, like people that do training with parachutes, that's some kind of form of plyometrics. So jumping, if you're like in a swimming pool practicing jumping out, not that you're going to become a person who can flip, but it does bring some kind of explosiveness in your movements or in your speed. So when you punch or you're leading, you're going to lead with explosive power. So that's the reason for that kind of training. Carrying buckets of water also on your shoulder, that's training. So working in a farm has its advantages, by the way. It does make your body strong, okay? And so that kind of training is good for that, okay? Again, explosive power. Play. See, hit him with the stick.
You're making good progress.
It's by dot
But with
training,
pugilism,
hitting
as
the
with all other
body.
arts, as a rule, there's normally a sticking point. It's called the gate. A man's limit. And the smaller one can make the gate, so the higher the standard. Right. You've come a very long way. I'm very pleased. Keep practicing.
And pause it right there. Hold on. I want you to understand something. Working on your weakness, working on your weak points of your body is very important. Not just weak points, but you're working on your weak areas of your training. So let's just say you're not used to working on your left side of your body. So you would use this, let's say you're not used to using your left arm. Well, what do? You practice by punching more times with your left arm. That's working on your weakness, on your weak areas. If you're using stances, you're having difficulty doing certain exercises, practice on those things. I remember there's a saying that says, make the things that you hate, you will love. Okay? Things that you hate working on, start loving working on those things, so that way you can work on your weak points, on your weaknesses. Okay? All right. So let's play.
You've all done well within these few weeks. But time is short, though, and you're not ready.
We'll just keep working.
I don't think the Tartars will give you much more time. That young foreigner, Marco Polo, I know he's suspicious of me.
I think Marco Polo's thoughts are not unsympathetic to us. He's different from those Mongols.
Maybe, but he's a Mongol officer and must obey orders. So then, we can only hope for time. To finish all your training. If we get that much time, then we can arrange for your escape. Still.
Deliver my decree. Tell Marco Polo to settle with those rebels up there. Do it promptly. Understand?
Yes, sir. I've just had my orders. We'll move in. Settle those teens are rebels. Well, you know my plan. You understand it?
I know it.
You say you'll go in alone. And at dawn we move all the troops in. Right. It's been almost 3 months since I paid them that visit. So I'm pretty sure they won't be expecting me tonight. This time, we'll find out their secret. And then we'll have them.
Your plan is very good, sir. I'm sure it will work.
All right. To be continued. All right. So I kind of want to just end off. Thank you for watching Fall Guys Martial Arts and Entertainment.